On this occasion we will discuss new Rinnegan for Naruto and the appearance of Hagoromo. Before entering the video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe so that Shinobi Update channel will be even more excited and will continue to update about the latest videos of Shinobi's world. Becoming a Hokage means that he will become a symbol of peace in the village of Konoha. Naruto understands this very well, and for that, he always strives hard in training, so that he becomes strong, and when he becomes a Hokage, the villagers of Konoha will feel at ease under his protection. The thing that Naruto wanted to come true, where not only became the strongest shinobi in Konoha village, he had also become the strongest shinobi of the entire shinobi world. This makes Konoha village in peace, because no attacker dares to disturb the place protected by the strongest shinobi. Naruto, who really understands that his strength is the reason why peace is created, becomes worried after losing Kurama, which is the main source of his strength. He did not want the terrorists or criminals who had been afraid of his great power to know this, and start chaos where the era of war would be recreated as before. Not wanting to lose the trust of the citizens who felt at ease because of the power he had before, Naruto began to think about how he could return to having superpowers, which could become a symbol of peace in Konoha village, and the entire shinobi world civilization. Because being the reincarnation of Ashura's life, indirectly, Naruto has a family relationship with Hagoromo the hermit Rakuto Sennin. In other words, he still had a few connections that connected himself to the soul of the Hagoromo in the afterlife. Like in the Fourth Shinobi World War, at that time Naruto got a second chance to live again from death after he was met Hagoromo. In his current life, Naruto, who had lost Kurama, will be once again met Hagoromo and inherited last power Hagoromo had. And here are 6 superpowers that will be inherited by Hagoromo to the Hokage of Konoha village, Naruto Uzumaki. 1. New Rinnegan. The Rinnegan is a very powerful eye power technique, and is one of the highest peaks of the Uchiha clan's dojutsu power. But, it should be noted that this high-level dojutsu does not have to be possessed by an Uchiha, as happened to Nagato. Nagato, who is an Uzumaki, and he able to master the Rinnegan that he has had since childhood. Although it is said that the Rinnegan was a gift from Madara, but still he has mastered all the powers that exist in the Rinnegan, and became a sinister villain figure in the Naruto era, along with Akatsuki. After knowing that one of his Biju children sacrificed himself for the sake of the survival of the shinobi world, Hagoromo continues to be on the other side while observing the development of the shinobi world. He then will once again meet Naruto in another dimension like that time, and know the fact that Naruto has more chakra than Sasuke, so that Hagoromo gave the Rinnegan he had to his successor, that is Naruto. Hagoromo was confident that Naruto would be able to bring out all the abilities of the Rinnegan, just like Nagato. With the Rinnegan in his eyes, Naruto inherited the power that exists in Rakuto Sannin, including creating another dimension that was once inhabited by the tailed beasts before being released to the outside. 2. Gudadama. Gudadama, or what can be called truth-seeking balls, is one of the techniques that Hagoromo mastered after he reached the peak of the highest power he could achieve in his lifetime. These balls are black and elastic, so they can change into any shape the user wants, and have a very hard endurance beyond Susanoo, as Naruto had used in the fight against Sasuke. Hagoromo, who realized that his descendants had lost half of their strength, he also gave Gudadama as an aid in dealing with the invasion of the Otsutsuki, who would still come to Earth later. Naruto, who was previously able to make a shield from Kurama's chakra, now will be able to have a stronger shield than before with Gudadama, who he got from Hagoromo. Not only protecting him from taijutsu attacks, such as when Madara took cover from Guy's punch, this Gudadama will also protect Naruto from ninjutsu attacks, such as when he avoided Sasuke's Susanoo arrows at that time. This means, Naruto will still have an absolute defense that even exceeds his rival's Susanoo. 3. Hagoromo's main weapon. Although he has a variety of legendary weapons that he has used, such as weapons that appeared in the Fourth Shinobi World War, however, Hagoromo has a mainstay weapon that never leaves his arm, even though he has died. This weapon is a staff created from truth-seeking balls, and has an anti-taijutsu attack effect, as well as a yin-yang element that can absorb life energy, and provide new life energy that can be converted into 5 elements release. By having Hagoromo's staff, not only strengthening his defense, Naruto will be able to create ninjutsu techniques without having to make hand seals like before. This will make him fast in attacking the enemy, and able to give a series of attacks without stopping just by pointing Hagoromo's staff in the direction he is going to attack. 4. Sixth Path Mode. Sixth Path Mode is a change technique that is mastered by Hagoromo after he mastered the chakra of the 10-tailed Jubi, or in other words, after he united the 9 chakras of the Biju in his body, and produced energy from the Jubi so that it made him master Sixth Path Mode. In Hagoromo's body, which from the beginning was an Otsutsuki, this change was not very visible, but, in the bodies of shinobi who had mastered the chakra of the 9 Biju or Jubi, drastic changes occurred in body structure and appearance, and made them resemble an Otsutsuki, as shown experienced by Obito and Madara. Hagoromo, who is determined to entrust everything to Naruto, will also give him the 6th path mode that he has mastered, so that Naruto will have a form change to resemble an Otsutsuki, have unlimited chakra, and be immune to ninjutsu attacks. 5. Spirit Transformation Technique. Spirit Transformation Technique is a legendary technique that was most feared during the era of the Second Shinobi World War, where at that time wars often occurred on the border between villages. The user of this technique is Don Kato, but previously this technique was actually Hagoromo's technique, who had created hundreds of ninjutsu techniques. With his abundant chakra, Hagoromo was able to instill his consciousness into the spirit transformation technique, thus creating the illusion of his soul surviving hundreds of years after his death. This technique allowed him to appear in the Fourth Shinobi World War in front of the Kage, and made him summon the souls of the other Kage to summon Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, Kakashi and the Biju. By possessing this legendary technique, no matter how long after his death, Naruto will still be able to guide Boruto and Himawari, in order to become the protectors of the shinobi world in his stead. 6. Jubi Breaking Technique. The Jubi Breaking Technique is a high-level technique where Hagoromo, who controls the yin-yang element, breaks the Jubi's life into 9 new life forms called Biju. Naruto, who has a staff from Hagoromo, Rinnegan Eyes, and 6th Path Mode, will also inherit the Jubi Breaking Technique, because this creature is the main object that will be used by the Otsutsuki to invade the Earth. If Naruto has mastered this technique, the Jubi form that has been broken into new energy by him, will not turn into a chakra tree without the Geto Mazo that was created by Hamura and Hagoromo when sealing Kaguya at that time. This will be an antidote to the annihilation of the shinobi world by the Otsutsuki who move with the Jubi, just as Ishiki and Kaguya once brought it. That's all for the discussion in this video. If there are new things about the shinobi world, or uniqueness and other important news, the Shinobi Update channel will be the first channel to discuss about it. For the next case to be discussed, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, because the Shinobi Update channel still has lots of case and theories about the world of shinobi and the latest news about it. See you next time, and goodbye!